We are in Bromley today in Kent in order to talk to brother Jay Patel. He's going to tell us about his story of conversion from Hinduism to Islam. So please join us. So, Brother Jay, tell me about your journey to Islam. How did it start?
Well, first of all, I was anti-Islam. Yeah, I come from a Hindu background, and as you know, Hindus, Muslims don't really get along that well. Yeah, so I never ever thought of Islam at all. And then one day, like now, she's my wife. I met her, and we were just talking, and basically,
was she a Muslim?
She's a Muslim, yeah.
Ah.
She's a Muslim. She's a Bengali Muslim, and we were just talking, and then I met with her brother as well, and we were just talking, and they said, you know, you'd make a good Muslim. I said, no, that's not for me. Yeah, that's not for me. So for a few years, I just left it at that. You know, we were friends.
How long ago was that?
This is nearly 18 years ago. Yeah, 19 years. And then what happened about 18 years ago, I thought, okay, I might make the change. Yeah.
So this was just after 9/11, maybe?
No, but this is before 9/11.
Because 9/11 is nearly 19 years now.
Yeah, so this is before that then, yeah? This is before 9/11. With 9/11, I was already a Muslim then, yeah?
Oh, luckily.
Yeah, okay, so before 9/11. So what happened was, I thought, no, so basically, I was thinking about it. And I thought, no, it's not for me. And then I went with who's my brother-in-law now, we went to East London Mosque. And some of the brothers, they said to me, look, they gave me some literature on Islam. They didn't, criticize my Hindu religion and whatever it was at that time. Yeah, no criticism.
Were you religious in Hinduism?
I was religious, but not overly. Yeah, not as much as Islam. Like in Hinduism, I still used to drink, and we're not really meant to eat meat. And I used to eat meat. I used to do everything. Yeah. Okay. So that was
a bit liberal.
Yeah, I was liberal. I believed that was my thing. I believed. Yeah. So what happened was that was great, and then these brothers talked to me, and they just gave me a little bit of literature. And what I liked about these brothers at East London Mosque, they talked. But they never disrespected the Hindu religion. Yeah,
is that the one in Whitechapel?
Yeah, there was a few brothers then. Yeah, and then we just had a little chat, and they said, what do you think? Were we just made, or the Big Bang Theory, all this stuff. Yeah, how did we come about? Yeah, we couldn't have just appeared. Yeah, and that got me thinking. So I thought, okay, so I left it at that. The thought was in my head. And then, funny enough, I thought, well, I saw a doctor and I had a circumcision done. I was getting ready to become a Muslim then, yeah. I thought, okay, let me do this, right? And then I thought, no, I can't do this. Because if I did it, that would have been just to marry my wife, yeah. And I thought to myself, no, if I'm going to do it, I need to do it right, yeah. I'm not going to do it just to, get married. I know a lot of people, they change their religion, and for them it's a jest, yeah? But for myself, if I'm going to change religion, I need to make sure I'm doing it for the right reason. I mean, obviously, for me, I need to be sure that I'm doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for any human being or anything like that. Yeah.
So you wanted to be convinced.
Yeah, I did.
But at the same time, you wanted to marry her.
Yeah, I wanted to marry her, but
and you couldn't do this unless you became a Muslim.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because but the thing was, in my heart, it didn't feel right to change Muslim, and at that time, I was thinking of my mom and dad, and if a Hindu turning into a Muslim, and how much I'd hurt them as well, yeah. And and I thought, for all they've done for me, and not only that, I was married before, I was divorced, yeah, I've got a daughter from my first marriage. Lovely girl, but again, yeah, it was one of those things. So I was ready, and I had the circumcision done, everything was there. And then I said to my wife, I said, no, I can't do it now. I said, it's not the right.
Of course, she wasn't your wife yet.
No, she wasn't my wife then. Yeah, she wasn't my wife then. But I just said to her, we were. I said, look,
it is as if you didn't feel it was respectable enough for you to just become a Muslim for marriage.
Yeah, exactly. No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Yeah.
So what changed things?
Well, funny enough, you should say that. But what I did one night, I made dua. Obviously not as a Muslim, as a Hindu. I said, if there is a God, show me. That's what I said. That's what I said. And that night, funny enough, not that night, a couple of nights later, I was sleeping, and I had this very powerful dream, yeah, and all I remember, yeah, is the number 10, yeah, and a very, very strong presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Number 10?
The number 10. That's what I remember. Number 10 is 10.
10.
Yeah.
What did it symbolize?
For me, that symbolized the 10 commandments of Musa alayhi salam.
Oh.
Yeah. 10, and then a very, very strong presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah, it was just, I can't describe it to you but it's like, obviously we can't see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our dreams or anything.
It's a sensation.
Yeah, it's just a presence, yeah. I think it's like when I asked, show me the true God. I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obviously it doesn't come to us in our dreams, yeah. But he made that presence there, a strong presence, the number 10. And you know what? And I thought to myself, okay, I left it there. I didn't tell anybody. And for the next year, it was just playing on my mind.
It took another year.
Yeah. I was sitting there and I was just debating. Yeah. And I thought, the only thing I can think of number 10. Why the number 10? Number 10, the only reason I could think of number 10 was Musa al-Islam and the 10 commandments. Yeah. But apart from that, it was that strong presence I felt of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving me something. And then
what number 10, some people might say it could have meant the Torah.
Yeah, it could be. But I never thought of the Torah. You see, this is a surprising thing. Instead of thinking anything else, for me, the number 10 meant Musa alayhi salam. Yeah, Musa alayhi salam and the 10 commandments. So obviously, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must have put something in my head to suggest this is what it is. That's what I feel. Yeah, that was it. And as I said, it played on my mind.
And you kept thinking of it for a year.
Yeah, I thought for a year. And then one day, I was talking to my brother-in-law, and he said to me, he goes, the Shaitan will give you 1,000,000 reasons not to embrace Islam. Yeah, you only need one to embrace. Yeah, and I thought about what he said to me. Yeah, and then like in those days, I had a golden chain. Yeah, that my mum bought for me. And funny enough, what it was, my brother and my sister, we all chose this chain at different times. But funny enough, we all chose the same chain. We didn't know it was the same chain, but we did, and that meant quite a lot to me in those days. I thought, oh no. I'm not going to take my gold chains off, right? Yeah, and I wasn't obviously.
Did it have a religious symbol?
No, not religious, just gold, golden chain. Yeah, golden chain. But as you know, in Islam, we're not allowed to wear gold. Men are not allowed to wear gold. Yes. Yeah. So funny enough, and I said, no, I'm not going to do this. No. And then
you were being torn apart, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to. There was plenty of things. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. Yeah. But funny enough, so I went to my brother-in-law, and then I took the shahada.
Would-be brother.
My would-be brother-in-law. Excuse me. Yeah. Anyway, so I went to him, and we sat down, and I said, "Look, I'm ready." Yeah. And we took the shahada. I took the shahada with him. He repeated. I repeated after him. And as soon as I finished the shahada, the first thing I did, I came back home. I took all my chain, my rings off, and I put it on one side. Yeah, and I just felt enlightened. Yeah, I felt very enlightened. Now, up to this day, my mum and my dad's passed on. My mum, I'm never.
At the time when you embraced Islam, your father wasn't alive.
He was alive.
He was.
Yeah, and he was. But he knew that I said to him, "Look, I want to marry this girl. She's a Muslim, whatever." And I thought, okay, they're going to disown me now. Yeah, a Hindu marrying a Muslim. Yeah, I didn't tell them. I couldn't tell them that I was a Muslim. Even up to today, I haven't told them. They suspect though. But
until today,
they still don't know.
They will see you on television.
But no. If they do, it's Allah's will. Yeah, it's Allah's will. I'm old enough now, right? But yeah, I think they strongly suspect. Yeah, because my father's passed away. Yeah, my brother, I think he suspects. My sister-in-law said they all suspect, but I never told them, right? Because it's a political thing. Yeah, their way of thinking to the way of Islam is totally different. Yeah, but my mom, she knows I fast every year. Right, I do all the Islamic things.
But you are still on good terms with your.
Oh family. Yes, yeah. But my brother, he's my best friend. He's my oldest brother. Yeah, I've only got one brother, but I have a sister as well. I haven't told them, but we're very close, very close family. I don't think they suspect. I don't need to tell them. Yeah. So if they,
so it's like an open secret, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing was, at that time when I married my wife Rosie. I thought, okay, my mom and dad are going to disown me, yeah? But by the grace of Allah, I told them that, they opened their arms out even more.
Oh.
Yeah? They said, okay, my father said, no, okay.
That's very good.
Fine, yeah? Mm-hmm. And then we had our first daughter, Zara, yeah? Again, my dad was happy, yeah? It's all right. And then we had my daughter, Zaina, and again, that was fine. And Zaina, from a little girl, she used to go to my dad, and she used to get into bed with my dad, and my dad used to love it, he loved children, yeah. And Zaina used to go and sit on his lap, and even up to the day before he died, we went to visit my dad in the hospital. Zaina was sitting on the bed with my dad, and he loved it. Now, that was in September of 2006, 2007.
So luckily for you,
yeah,
your reversion to Islam did not cause a crisis.
No, I was fortunate. I didn't tell them, but you know what? I learned how to pray with the help of my wife and my brother-in-law, and then like you know Shakil, I went to Shakil, and the good thing was for me was my brother-in-law Yusuf. He embraced Islam at the same time, 3 days earlier than me. Yeah, so me and Yusuf, which you might have on your program, in future.
Now you call him your brother-in-law. Why is he married to your sister?
He's married to my sister-in-law, like Rosie's sister.
Oh, so he embraced Islam and married a Muslim lady as well.
He embraced Islam and married my sister-in-law, who's Rosie's older sister.
Oh, after you?
He married after me, but he embraced before me. He embraced 3 days before me. He embraced on Christmas Day, in Tutin Mosque. Yeah, and 3 days later, I embraced Islam. Yeah, and
is this happening more often within the Hindu community or very rare?
No, to be honest, there's a lot of Muslims. I mean, a lot of people embracing Islam. I don't know so much about the Hindu. I mean, to be honest, in my whole family, I think I'm the only one who's done it. Yeah, in my whole family. But as far as I know, like in the world, there's quite a few people, who's embraced Islam. even from Hinduism, especially when they hear talks and things like that. It's like Dr. Zakir Naik. Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen his programs, and you hear people taking the Shahada after they've listened to him. Yeah, the thing I like about Dr. Zakir Naik, he tells you about Islam. Yeah. Whereas the thing I didn't like was because he's the protege of Ahmed Deedat, yeah. But Deedat used to make fun of the Hindu gods and whatever,
Yeah,
and then and the
that's
thing
a
is,
bit offensive.
It is,
Yeah.
and when you're not like when I was a Hindu and I was watching his programs then because trying to get into Islam, I found him very offensive, yeah. And then then years later I watched Dr. Zakir Naik, and I found him to be a pleasant person. And instead of as you say, slagging off Islam, Hinduism, he used to just give examples, of Islam and then the Vedas and stuff like that and the scriptures of the Hindu books. Yeah.
When I was a young man, I lived in Bahrain for a while.
Yeah.
And Ahmed Deedat, may Allah have mercy on him, was invited to Bahrain when I was there.
Yeah.
And the Arabs loved him.
Yeah.
Because to the Muslim Arabs, he exposed the weaknesses of Christianity.
Yeah.
But when I went to South Africa many years afterwards, I discovered that the Muslims of South Africa don't agree with him.
Yeah.
Because his approach created tension among the communities.
Yes.
So I think this is probably what you mean. You can talk well about Islam without necessarily having to talk badly about other religions.
Yeah, I think that's why I respect Dr. Zakir Naik, because he talks well about Islam. He doesn't need to, say bad things about other religions, because when you talk well about, it's like these brothers, when I went to the mosque, East London Mosque, they talk well about Islam. They knew I was a Hindu at that time, but they didn't belittle me or anything. And that, I think that helped me make up my mind as well, because that's a true Muslim.
Yeah.
A Muslim is someone, I think, basically, who doesn't belittle people. If we follow our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you've heard the stories about where he was walking with a woman and she was criticizing him until they get to the destination. Yeah, and she was saying this Prophet Muhammad, he's this, he's that, and the other. And Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he carried her bags all the way to the end. And she asked him who he was, and he told her that, I am the Prophet. But he still had a smile on his face. Yeah, and things like that.
The Quran tells the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَظًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانْفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ." Had you been harsh and tough in the heart, they would not have followed you.
No, exactly. Yeah, and
you need to be compassionate.
Yeah, and I think you know what, and the other thing that really that helped me with this Islam, there were stories of the prophets. It was on the internet. Basically, it was you just read about them. All the prophets, And I was just reading, and I remember when the she camel came out from the rock, and I thought
that's Prophet Saleh.
Yeah, that's right. With Prophet Saleh, and I looked at that and I thought, wow, this is all true, and it seems believable as well. Yeah. So when you believe that, and Alhamdulillah, I've never looked back since.
How was the reception? I mean, you're telling me that the brothers in East London Mosque were very
comforting,
comforting and welcoming as well.
Yeah.
Has this been your experience with the Muslim community at large?
Yes. I mean, to be honest, like all over my wife's family, they're all Muslims. Yeah. I mean, you find sometimes in the Bengali culture, Bengalis just want to stay with Bengalis. Yeah. My mother-in-law, she's a gem. Yeah, because basically she found out that we asked permission for marriage, and she was happy. She wasn't worried that I was a convert or whatever. She was happy I was a Muslim. Yeah. So instead of worrying about what I was, like as in Bengali or Pakistani or Arabic or whatever, was I a Muslim? Yes, she was happy with that. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. And that's what I say. I mean, my beliefs is the same for my children. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they are, as long as they're a good Muslim. I'll be happy with who they marry. Yeah, as long as they get along with each other, that's all that matters, and that's it. And then we leave the rest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Do you tell your children now and then about your experience?
Yes, I do. I tell them the story. You know, we sit down.
MashaAllah, they are very, very lovable. I met some when we came in.
Yes, yeah. I mean, as I said, the girls, we all sit down sometimes, and they know I've embraced Islam. And even then, like when we go to my mum's house or whatever, they never say a word because they know that I haven't said anything. So they already know not to say anything to my family about Islam, just in case. Yeah, I mean, you know, they know.
So now, on the surface of it,
yeah,
your mother and your family,
yeah,
know your wife and children are Muslim, but they don't know you are a Muslim, or at least they pretend they don't know.
No, they pretend they don't know, right? Yeah, they pretend they don't know, right? Yeah.
For the peace to prevail.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it's like I'm pretty sure they know, but we just leave it.
Well,
we just leave it as a.
This is really a very good arrangement.
Yeah, we just leave it as it is. Yeah, we carry on, and that's it. You know, they're happy. I'm happy. Yeah, they know. I mean, I follow. They know that my family, my children, all Muslims. They follow the Quran and Sunnah, and that's all I can ask for. Yeah.
How is the neighborhood here? Is this there is a Muslim community in this neighborhood?
Right. Mainly around here, there's a lot of English people. Yeah, but you know what? It's peaceful. In where I live here, it's peaceful. You know, everybody. Yeah, it's hello. That's it. Yeah, but down the road, 5 minutes, Keston Mosque. Yeah, and there's a lot of, obviously, I mean, prayer time and Ramadan and things. You know, a lot of Muslims in the area. So you find out there's a lot of people here, a lot of Muslims in Bromley, but we're all scattered about. Yeah, we're not always close together. But Alhamdulillah, there's a few brothers and sisters around.
But the mosque is your meeting place.
Yeah, the mosque, and you know what? The other thing is, like, I made good friends with my daughters. They go to school. They've got Muslim friends, a couple of Muslim friends there, and they live nearby. So you know, we meet up with the parents, and which is nice, and we have a little chat, dinner.
Now, apart from your immediate family, are you still in contact with friends and acquaintances within the Hindu community?
Yes, I've got friends and in the Hindu community, and and they know I've embraced Islam. But, you know, each to their own. They say, you know, they know I do. I mean, unfortunately, recently my another brother-in-law, my oldest brother-in-law, that's Rosie's eldest sister's husband. He was my best friend, and he embraced from Hinduism to Islam, but unfortunately, he passed on. Yeah, but again,
Rahimahullah, may Allah have mercy on him.
Inshallah. And then basically he died last year. But you know, we should get
together. So now you are the three of you. There are
three of us. Yes.
The three sisters
married
three
converts,
persons who converted from Hinduism to Islam.
Yeah.
So it's quite a phenomenon.
Yeah, exactly. And as I said, he used to play like myself. He used to play along, but he told his family, listen, if I die, I want to be buried as a Muslim. Alhamdulillah, he did that. Yeah, and at his funeral, you know, he got buried, washed, everything, the whole Islamic ceremony. We did that. So, mashallah, that was good.
Now, Brother Jay, converting from Hinduism to Islam, was it a major shift? Was it tough? I mean, what sort of change did it mean?
For me personally, not a lot, because I believed in a God. Yeah. In Hinduism, we have many gods, you know, but they come in different forms. Basically, they've come down to earth in different forms. So one would be like Swaminarayan, one would be like Krishna, but they'd all be one God. Yeah, but in coming down at different times. Yeah.
So they combine to be one God, and then they
at different times at different times. In life, yeah, they would come down. So some people believe in this God, some people believe in that God, but the root would be only one God. Yeah.
But you don't have to believe in all the gods?
No, I
Not
mean,
necessarily.
no, not necessarily. Some people do. You know, some people. The thing is, some people believe in this God for this God for that. You know,
Or different gods for different things?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some
This is
people
what-
do.
This is what the Greek used to believe
Yeah,
in.
but you see, I even in Hinduism, I only believed in one God. You know, there was different gods, but I followed one God. Yeah, so my problem was until when I embraced Islam, he's like, when I was going to bed, he's like, I needed to pray because in Hinduism, when I went to sleep, I used to always pray. So until I started learning the du'as for going to sleep, I was uncomfortable. But once I learned the du'as, I felt, for me, the change wasn't great because I believed in a God. And all it was moving from one God to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the thing that was great about me was every time I thought a door would close, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would open it. In the sense, every time, I mean, for me, you know, it started from like the circumcision. When I had that circumcision done, I did it at home when I was living away, and the doctor came. I had no problems whatsoever. It was fine. And then when I embraced Islam, it was just easy for me. You know, Allah subhanahu
You
wa
were
ta'ala.
ready.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made everything easy for me. So I never had any problems embracing. So I knew that for me, that was the right religion. So when I moved from Hinduism to Islam made everything easy for me. What did I have to do? Give up drinking, no problem. Give up the gold, no problem. I don't miss that. Eat only halal food, no problem. You know, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, some people have a bit of difficulty, but for me to do these things, my biggest thing was, you know, giving up my gold stuff and whatever. And Allah
No big deal.
it wasn't a big deal. You know, eating halal meat, no big deal. You know, I like my Big Mac. You know, you can get it in Islamic countries now. Right. In those days you couldn't. But that was not a big deal for me. You know, I mean, as I said, every step, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made easy for me. I know there's people who have embraced Islam and they've had a hard journey in the sense, you know, I mean, maybe they haven't done it for the right reason. Maybe, I don't know.
Or maybe it's just the will of God.
Well, exactly. But
there's a verse in the Quran that says, حسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون. Do people think that they will get away with just saying we have believed? There will be a trial.
Exactly.
So it's possible.
But I know, I mean, you know, I mean, I've known Muslim people. I've known people who have embraced, and I've had my doubts. You know, I mean, I took a person from the shop. He was getting married to a Muslim lady, and she wouldn't marry him unless he was a Muslim. So he said he believed, So I took him to Imam Shakil. He did the Shahada, Now, I thought, you know, maybe he'll follow, but I know he doesn't because, you know, he drinks and.
Oh, it was a conversion for marriage.
It was. That was, and the thing is, he's had a lot of problems, and that's why I say to you, when you when you do it for the right reason, I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it easy for you. But when you do it for the wrong reasons, I don't, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala
Well, you have a lot to be grateful to.
Alhamdulillah.
It's really been very interesting. Delightful to talk to you.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for having us here today.
No, thank you very much for me being on your program.
Thank you.